Okay, well, catch you on the flippity flip.
God damn it!
Finally seen yours, and honestly, I think we're
Catch you on the flippity flip. Okay, they should throw tear gas Agent Orange into the writer's strike. Tear gas Agent Orange, the Writers Guild. It needs to stop. If you're striking and you're writing this garbage, you need to be probably lobotomized.
doing pretty great. Now that
I think all the writers are on strike right now. The writers are on strike. Yeah, Striking Writers Guild of America members say they work second jobs in retail, food service, and more to make ends meet. I never know when work is going to dry up. All right. When I saw this, I thought it was kind of a joke. I thought that this headline was almost an onion, like The Onion. The writers, like the whole reason for the Writers Guild is to make sure that they're paid fairly, right? And I guess these writers think that they are unreplaceable. They're like, well, we wrote Succession. We're the artists of the industry. Without us, you're nothing. They don't realize that half of the shows that they write could be written by AI. If the writers of She-Hulk are protesting in the strike, they need to all go back to retail. They shouldn't have jobs. She-Hulk was 100% written by an AI. I don't know who. There's not real people behind this. And if there is, they can easily be replaced. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm so sad that the newest creator of Mrs. Marvel is upset that they feel like they're going to be replaced. Oh no, Miss Marvel, the 14-person writing group of Miss Marvel is protesting. Mwah. I'm so sad when Miss Marvel doesn't have writers. Okay, can we stop? Can we stop and just take a second to realize, writers, no one cares about you. I don't know if there's anyone who's a writer on a sitcom watching this, but no one cares. There are enough episodes of Big Bang Theory that you can ask ChatGPT to make one, and it will be infinitely better, and honestly, way less money. You know, you can pay one Filipino to make 50 scripts instead of paying 50 writers to make one script. You hear me? Right? This is the state of your job. It's about moving on, acceptance, realizing that you're useless, realizing that your ideas are bad, your stories are trash, your dialogue is garbage. These are things that you have to realize. If you wrote She-Hulk, you need to seriously consider working in fast food as your career. You need to seriously consider that, because that's where you should be working. And I was talking with my brother about this. Like, the ChatGPT, obviously, if you don't think it's going to start taking people's jobs, you're ignorant, or you don't realize how big of a threat it is. I don't know what person is like, yeah, no, my job's safe, except for like maybe nurses. But yeah, nurses I feel like are pretty good, because that's like hands-on stuff is probably good. Like construction workers, not going to be replaced by AI. Maybe teachers in the teaching building, probably not going to be replaced by AI. But of course, all the children are replaced by AI, not literally, but just all the kids are just typing in their essays in AI. So, but yeah, no, AI will eventually start taking people's jobs. And I hate the idea of having to go to some sort of like communist idea of universal basic income, like my boy Andrew Yang, right? Like, but I mean that's what's going to have to one of two things are going to have to happen in order for everyone to stay here on the party boat. Everyone's on the party boat. We're all partying, right? That this is in a perfect world where whatever, everyone's job's been replaced, we're all on the boat, right? In order to keep people alive, you have to either pay them out of money that doesn't exist, or I guess I don't know where you get the money from. Maybe you tax the rich, but God knows they don't want you to do that. Or two, you start culling the population. Now this is where it starts getting a little bit sci-fi. we could have, a Hunger Games situation where we drop in 100 Fortnite players and they drop into a Fortnite map, and it's like the last one to win actually wins. Like Ninja actually wins Fortnite in real life. Just people running around shooting paintball guns, but it's not paintball guns. And of course, it's all live streamed on YouTube, Netflix, pay-per-view on UFC or whatever the hell. Sponsored by Raytheon or I don't know, Lockheed Martin, sponsored by Lockheed Martin and Glock, the two companies responsible for maybe the most deaths from yeah. So I mean, and it's probably not going to be that not that sci-fi. It could be something as far-fetched as a population control situation where some sort of and stay with me here, because this is going to get a little bit far-fetched and kind of wonky, but that's why you're here, right? So and this conspiracy theory is a little bit wild, but I thought about this, and it's completely original idea, but so there's a city, and in order to sort of control population, the city releases some sort of chemical, or maybe it's not even a chemical, maybe it's a disease, and then the disease is like highly spreadable because they were studying it in a lab and mutating some strains, and then this disease gets out and goes global, right? And shuts down the whole country, the whole world for 2 years or something. And then, maybe it's not the most effective at killing people, but, maybe the next one will be. That's what I'm saying, is once people don't have jobs, they have to do something. And then, of course, the benefit of this is like, well, when no one has jobs, everyone can pursue their interests. And it's like, well, you don't want everyone to pursue their interests. I mean, of course. Okay, maybe I should rephrase that. Because you want people to pursue their interests, but some people just shouldn't, right? Some people just shouldn't. Like, you don't want the truck driver, the guy who drives the truck. That seems to be his thing. He's the truck driver. He knows his way around the highway. You don't want him making SoundCloud rap. You don't want him to dabble in experimental, abstract, expressionist painting. There's layers, right? There's layers. And when people stop having jobs, then they start exploring. They have to fill their time with things, and that's really what a job is. It's like you're getting paid for your time. You're filling your time with money, right? You're replacing it. So when people aren't getting jobs and they're just handing money, then you have people with so much time on their hands. Who knows what they're going to get up to? Who knows what that truck driver might get up to? You might see a huge spike in serial killers just because they're bored. You might see people just kill because they're bored. They have no job. AI has taken their job. They're getting $1,200 a month from the government. That's barely enough to live. They're like, you know what? I'm so bored. I'm just going to start, I've never had the free time that I had to actually pursue my will to murder people. That's what some people will do. And it's going to happen, and you're going to probably see with massive amount of time on people's hands, you're going to see more school shootings, more suicides probably. It'll be bad. It'll probably be bad, but then again, it's like, well, I'm getting paid $1,200 a month for just chilling. That's pretty cool. Now I can pursue my dream of being a poet. Now I can pursue my dream of doing free associate. I can do what is that, like where and I ran to the store. The store ran to me. Like the weird poetry where everyone in the end they all snap, and poetry slam type shit. Spoken word poetry. Yeah, now I can finally pursue my dream of being a spoken word poet. Okay. Stop. Go back to Starbucks. do that. You're much better at that, actually. But yeah, the Writers Guilds of America members are currently on strike after their contract expired with no deal with TV and movie studios. Many have complained about low pay, especially when writing for a show on a streaming service. Several said they applied to... Okay, so... And that's the thing. Like, these people are mad because they get paid nothing for these streaming services, and they should feel lucky to be paid by these streaming services. The TV shows that are coming out on Netflix are so bad that these writers should feel ashamed for striking. They should keep your head down, do your work. You're lucky to have a job. That's really what they should. You're lucky that you can write for Netflix. As crazy as that sounds, hey, look, you transport one of these kids to them at 14 or whatever and say, hey, you're writing for Netflix. And they would beam with joy. They would be like, oh my God, my dream came true. And now they're striking. Like, hey guys, you guys have been working for this since you were probably, a gay teenager in San Francisco, writing for your favorite show where you can shoehorn in your cast your favorite Asian black person and a gay BIPOC person of color or whatever. You can shoehorn whatever. You're living your dream, but it's not enough money. Like, that's the thing. It's like they say, if you're doing the thing that you love, then money's not an issue. Obviously it is, because these people are living their dream. They have achieved what they wanted in life. They are writing for a show. They're writing on a TV show. I assume that's writing for... It seems to be the pinnacle, right? You start writing your own scripts or whatever. You pass them around, and then you get hired at HBO or Netflix, and you're like, I made it. This is where it is. I mean, I'm writing for a show. I guess the only thing above this is writing my own show, like writing and directing my own show. They are a step below the best, and they're still not happy. That's like this. That's psychotic. The writing strike is just crazy. I heard that they've striked before, and it's like, stop. It's even worse now because you guys are actually able to be replaced by a kid in the Philippines. Like, it's bad. You guys need to just get your head down, put your head in the sand, go to work, write your stupid stories. Let's see what new Netflix originals are out. Netflix originals for 2023. Let's see what's out there. Let's see what new awesome TV shows are coming. Top 10 Netflix releases for 2023. Oh, wait, no. Let's do 2024. Let's see what's coming on next year. Okay, here we go. This looks good. Mighty Morphing Power Rangers.
After all these years, I found a new buddy.
Wait, Repulsa?
No, it can't be.
It's time for revenge.
She killed Mom.
Okay.
Gotta destroy her.
I mean, there's writers for this show, right? There are writers for this show that are currently striking, is what I'm trying to say. Let's just let that sink in real quick.
This is Ranger business, okay?
Let us sort this out. Rita's creating a time portal.
I'll kill you before Zorda makes you Rangers.
I mean, Christ almighty. Netflix. Let's go to Netflix official page. See what new shows are coming out. Never Have I Ever.
Well, we did it.
Yep.
Well, we did a thing.
We had sex. Okay, well, catch you on the flippity flip.
God damn
Finally
it!
seniors, and honestly, I think we're
Catch you on the flippity flip. Okay, they should throw tear gas Agent Orange into the writer's strike. Tear gas Agent Orange, the Writers Guild. It needs to stop. If you're striking and you're writing this garbage, you need to be probably lobotomized.
doing I'm pretty great. Now that I've done the deed, I can focus on what's important. I think we've really grown to being the poised, fearless women we always dreamed we'd be.
You know, the craziest thing is a trailer is supposed to like super quick and it's like gets you interested in the show. I'm barely engaged with the trailer. I can barely make it through this. Like, I'm 25 seconds in and I want to gouge my own eyes out.
Oh shit, there's Ben. Hide me.
You gotta talk to him at some point.
Also,
What's
this is a high school and every actor looks 38 years old.
with you two now?
I cannot believe
I
you.
assumed it was like a one-time thing.
What's up, Davey?
Hey, Paxton. Wait, what? Paxton?
Hot Pocket looks different this year.
When did his torso get so clawable?
Whose torso is clawable?
Mine. Because I have a rash.
That sounds really gross. What you up to? You want to go make out by the bleachers?
Gen Z is scary.
Yeah, no one in this show is Gen Z. Christ almighty. Christ almighty. Gen Z is scary.